Hey guys, welcome back to another video here. I'm gonna be doing this fun, colorful look today. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. I'm starting off with my primer and I'm using my Becca Instant Complexion Refresh primer. I really like this one. It really makes my skin very glowy and fresh before I put my foundation on. For foundation today, I'm going to be using my Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. And I'm of course using my Beauty Blender to blend that all out. I really like this foundation, even though it's super duper full coverage. It is a little matte, so I like to extra hydrate before I use it. So the brows are done. I know. For this makeup look I'm gonna be doing today, I'm gonna be using my James Charles Morphe palette. I love this palette. I have to say it's one of my favorite palettes. Don't mind it, it's real dirty, but I love it. It looks like this. I'll show you guys. Dirty, I know. I'm gonna take this shade and this shade, do a little back and forth motion, and you know, I always like to tap off whatever is left on the brush because we don't need that much. What I'm gonna do is I always like to place my product on the edge of my eye and blend it forward because that's where I want majority of the pigment to be. So I'm gonna lay my brush here and kind of windshield wiper motions back and forth. And what I like doing with blending is, as you can see, the tail of my brow and the shadow are kind of ending at the same point. I want it all to blend as far as possible out. And just by going back and forth with the motions, you see how it gradients up. That's why I'm using like a bigger fluffy brush, if you can see that. It's nice and fluffy, so whatever you blend out, it'll just rise up. Then we'll get to like smaller detailing brushes once we get to the darker shades in the crease. The next shade I will be using in my crease is gonna be this shade. Pick it up. You see how I'm like laying it down just a little? And I'm gonna slowly blend in. And if you guys can see, I did blend the blue to that same point right there. So I'm gonna be dipping in this shade right here. With this deep blue, I'm gonna be focusing it mainly on the outer corner and the inner corner of my eye to make that kind of halo effect. And then we can do a little back and forth motion. All right, so this next step is the tricky part of everything because it's concealing out the part where we're gonna put the green, which is our next color. But basically I'm gonna be concealing out the middle portion. Like, yeah, we left a little skin there, but I'm gonna conceal a good enough chunk and lay our next color on. For this next step, you're definitely gonna wanna tilt your head back. What I'm gonna do is draw a line from the first blue shade that we put in our crease down to my lash line. With this line here, I'm gonna then draw a half of circle, like kind of creating a T shape, but really like curving it like this. Oh, and I also like to tug my eye just a little bit so it can be flat when I make that slant. So this is what it's gonna look like, and then you're gonna color it down to the lash line. What'd you guys think? Was it difficult? It's kind of hard. It's definitely gonna take practice to really get that perfect half circle and then kind of connect everything. But it's gonna look like this, and don't worry if these lines aren't straight or anything because we're about to put some eyeshadow on. The next shades that I'm gonna be blending out are the first two shades that we put in our crease, the pink and the light blue. I'm going to focus I'm kind of blending down. If you see, I'm only picking up one side of my brush and I'm really just kind of blending down. I'm gonna be dipping into this shade here, this like really lime green color. We're gonna be packing it on our lid. Wherever you see that concealer is where we're gonna cover. All right guys, how we feeling? How are we feeling with the blending? How are we feeling with the cutting the crease? This is where we're at right now. So I'm gonna do a wing liner and apply some lashes. And of course, for my wing, I'm gonna be using my favorite eyeliner from Sephora. This little guy. Boom, boom. It's the precision tip eyeliner. They have two that look just like this, but I like the precision tip one because it's like the brush bristles rather than a felt tip point. I feel like with this look, you can do a wing or no wing. It's totally up to you. Lashes make such a difference, don't you think? Look, nothing, everything. No, but seriously. Okay, so I know I look a little crazy right now, so I'm gonna jump off camera, do the other eye, and we'll be back to finish off this look. And both eyes are done. And we can move on to concealer. So I specifically didn't do concealer because I knew I was gonna have fallout because, you know, blending, we went a little overboard. This next step, I'm gonna be taking that little flat brush that I use to carve out my crease with some concealer. And what I'm gonna do is kind of clean up this mess we have here. So now we're just gonna take that concealer and run it under our eyes to blend it out with this little concealer we have here. To set my concealer, I'm gonna be using my favorite powder from Givenchy, Prism Libre powder. We are all covered from that fallout that we had. Oh, concealer is like a magic eraser. It just takes away everything. So I'm gonna be taking a fluffy blending brush, dipping it into that green shade, and I'm just gonna be running it my lower lash line. Once we have that green blended in our lower lash line, I'm gonna take my favorite black eyeliner, and it is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang 24-hour eye pencil. And to finish off the eyes, I'm gonna be popping on some of my favorite mascara. It's the Benefit They're Real. Okay, we're almost done with this face. I'm gonna start with my bronzer. I'm gonna be using the Benefit Hoola Matte Bronzer. Okay, so we warmed up the face a little bit with the Hoola. Next, we're gonna deepen up the contour a little bit with the Hoola Caramel Bronzer. Just a little bit darker and a little warmer. So I'm gonna just focus this in the inner socket of the cheek and literally rubbing it into my hairline. For my blush, I'm gonna be using the Benefit Dallas blush. And last but not least, we're going to highlight our face. I'm gonna be using the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. That's cute. I'm gonna be taking my little brush with my setting spray, and I'm gonna spray it a little. I'm gonna dip in to the cookie shade, and we're gonna pop it in the inner corner because I want the eyes to pop. I mean, did this not just pull the look together? I'm gonna be applying the lip stain from Sephora in shade 40. To me, it's like the perfect pinky nude for like my skin tone. And then I'm gonna pop some of the Benefit Punch Pop Gloss over it in Sugar Cookie. And last but not least, I'm gonna be setting all this makeup I just did with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And that completes today's makeup look. What do you guys think? Did you guys like the colors? Was it too hard? Comment down below what you think. If you learned something new today, if you guys liked it and enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Like, if you haven't, come on, let's be friends. And I will catch you guys in my next video. I told y'all this look was gonna match my drink. I already know this pink is gonna stain my eye. It's gonna stain. It's okay. My nails, I wish I had my nails done. Honestly, final take here. Okay.